Life has a strange way of teaching us lessons we never expected to learn. Have you ever looked in the mirror and realized that the man staring back at you isn't the same man you once were? Have you ever felt the strength inside you fading? Not because of weakness, but because you gave too much of yourself away to someone who didn't value it. Brothers, the truth is this: real men don't get destroyed by failure. They don't get broken by hardship. They don't crumble under the weight of pressure. Real men lose themselves in love. And that right there is one of the greatest tragedies of modern manhood. But why do men, the same men who stand tall in front of the storms of life, suddenly forget who they are when their hearts become entangled in love? The answer lies in the way we give. Men are givers. We give our time, our energy, our focus, our dreams, and our very souls when we truly love a woman. It's not in our nature to hold back. We pour everything into it, because when a man decides to love, he doesn't love halfway. He loves with fire. He loves with depth. He loves with sacrifice. And sometimes in that sacrifice he slowly forgets his own worth. He begins to confuse love with losing himself. And if you've ever felt that, if you've ever been that man who realized too late that you abandoned your mission, your goals, your sense of identity, all in the name of love, you're not alone. Men everywhere are waking up to this painful truth. And it's time we speak about it with honesty. If this resonates with you and you want more messages that awaken your spirit and remind you of your power, then make sure you subscribe our channel Next Gen, because this is where we fuel men with the truth, the strength, and the fire they need to rise again. Now listen carefully, because this may be the most important wake-up call you've heard in a long time. Men lose themselves in love, not because they are weak, but because they confuse love with purpose. They put their woman above their mission, above their calling, above the fire in their chest that was supposed to build something great in this world. When you start to prioritize her over everything, when you start to neglect your own ambitions, when you let her become the center of your universe, you may feel like you're giving her the ultimate form of love. But in reality you are burying yourself alive, because no woman truly wants to be with a man who has no mission. She may say she wants your full attention. She may want to feel like she's your everything, but deep down she respects you more when she sees you stand firm in your goals, when she sees that nothing, not even her, can distract you from the man you are destined to become. Real men lose themselves in love because they mistake sacrifice for surrender. They give up their friendships, their passions, their dreams, thinking this will prove their devotion. But devotion without backbone is not love, it's dependent. And dependence kills attraction, it kills respect, and eventually it kills the relationship itself. Brothers, if you want to know why so many men end up broken, bitter, and confused after love, it's because they abandoned their identity to keep someone who was never meant to stay. I want you to remember this. A man's mission must always come first, not because love doesn't matter, but because without your mission, your love will lack strength, direction, and longevity. You can't truly give to a woman if you've already given away all of yourself. You can't lead a relationship if you can't even lead your own life. The painful truth is this: many women fall in love with a man because of his drive, his ambition, his fire. But then as time goes by, that man lays down his fire at her feet, thinking that love means making her the center of his world. And ironically, that's the very moment she begins to lose respect for him. Men, hear me, never lose yourself in love. Love is meant to complement your journey, not replace it. Love is meant to inspire you to greater heights, not drag you into dependency. A woman can walk beside you, but she cannot walk for you. She can support you, but she cannot define you. You must remain unshakable in who you are, in where you're going, and in why you're here. Think about the men you admire, the ones history remembers. Do you think they stopped chasing their mission because they fell in love? Do you think they abandoned their goals because they were afraid of losing someone? No, the greatest men in history loved deeply, but they never allowed love to strip them of their purpose. Because without purpose, a man is nothing but an empty shell, no matter how much love he receives. The reason real men lose themselves in love is because we are wired to protect, to provide, to give everything. But you must learn to give without losing. You must learn to love without erasing yourself. You must learn to build a life so strong, so powerful, so filled with purpose, that love becomes an addition, not a substitution. So ask yourself right now, are you losing yourself in love? Have you abandoned your goals, your discipline, your ambition, all in the name of keeping someone happy? And if so, are you truly happy? Or do you feel that gnawing emptiness, that quiet voice inside whispering that you were meant for more? Let me tell you, that voice is not your enemy. That voice is your reminder. It's the warrior inside you, begging you to rise again. It's the fire you tried to put out, coming back to life. And if you listen to it, if you honor it, you will not only regain yourself, but you will also regain the respect that love alone could never buy. Brothers, the harsh truth is this: women respect men who respect themselves. They admire men who stand on their own 2 feet, who pursue greatness with or without them. They may test you, they may challenge you, they may even try to pull you away from your mission at times. But deep down they want to see if you are unshakable. They want to know if you are truly a man of purpose, or just another man who will crumble the moment love enters the picture. So let today be the day you draw the line. Love deeply, but never lose yourself. Give fully but never abandon your mission. Because the world doesn't need another man who fell apart in the name of love. The world needs a man who rises in love, who uses it as fuel, not as a cage. And I promise you this: when you stand firm in who you are, when you chase your purpose with relentless passion, when you refuse to lose yourself, you will not only attract the right kind of love, you will inspire it. You will find a woman who doesn't want to dim your fire, but wants to fan the flames. You will discover that true love doesn't demand your soul, it supports it. The tragedy of real men losing themselves in love must end with you. Don't become another broken story, another man who gave up his greatness for temporary affection. Become the man who balanced love with purpose, the man who knew that his identity was never for sale, the man who could love deeply without ever forgetting his mission. That, my brothers, is real strength. That is real masculinity, and that is the kind of man the world will never forget.